absolutely. And somebody else who we've been talking about, and even he's somebody when I do my NCAA 14 games on here, I go to him a lot. Ernest Hausmann is impressing, and it's not a surprise if you look at what he did last year: 54 tackles at Nebraska, 36 solo tackles. 2 tackles for loss, a sack, a fumble recovery. It's not exactly a shock that he's impressing in the fall camp.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's a 6th-year or 7th-year guy, and Michael Barrett this week was asked about the other linebackers, and he mentioned Hausmann as one of those guys that is impressing. Jaden Hood, he also also mentioned. So, yeah, Hausmann had a really good game against Michigan last year. If you go back and you have that game, and so and physically, you look at him and then you watch some of that tape. He's a prototype linebacker. So they got good. They can do a lot of different things. I mentioned Barrett and Colson, Hausmann.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of different, a lot of size and speed. And when you're thinking about those guys inside, a lot of good depth at linebacker. I don't think they had that last year. Rolder came on and played a little bit. They got it where you want now. They've got good competition. They got guys that you can stick out there and you think, okay, this guy, maybe depending on, what kind of defense that you want to kind of amoeba into, different guys and play to their strengths. So that's what Minter wants, and he's got it.
Yeah, and they did I thought they did a great job in the transfer portal. Michigan has really, I think, the last few years recruited key positions that they needed, and in some cases it's an iron sharpens iron thing. They wanted to have an iron sharpens iron thing against Michael Barrett. Yeah, I think that's something Harbaugh's always believed in, is that it's a meritocracy. The best player's going to play on Saturday, and bringing in this guy, I think, is just another testament to that strategy and just having the best possible players that Michigan can have on the field.
Yeah, who knows if they're going to be impact guys or not, but we already mentioned Josiah Stewart coming from Coastal Carolina off the edge, and so he could be an impact guy. Certainly somebody that looks like he's going to contribute. Same thing with Hausmann, and then I think it was the last guy that they got in the transfer portal was from UMass, and Josh Wallace. Mike Sainristil said, hey, you're going to hear this guy's name a lot.
Yeah.
Saturday, he said that 2 weeks ago in the Indy. So we'll see. I know that cornerback 2 spot is hot for the competition. Could be another one that we're going to see different guys starting from game 1 to game 2 and see a lot of different guys out there. But it would not be a big surprise if Wallace is, that guy, captain, a lot of time at UMass, and Sainristil seems like he's. If Sainristil was in telling Michigan to get Josiah Stewart, and now he's talking that East Coast connection with Wallace. Sainristil, after he's done with his NFL career, Michigan coach, put it down.
There you go. That would be great. I mean, what can he do? Wide receiver, nickel back. I mean, the guy is and coach. The guy is extremely impressive.
Recruiting coordinator,
coordinator.
Broadcaster, comes up big in big games. Captain, all those sort of things. So yeah,
he said anything for the team. That's what he said. And he's stuck to that. If there's one player I could think of, and it's so hard because there's been so many, but this is a guy who he swallowed his pride. He was a wide receiver. Decided to, they switched him over, and he did a fantastic job. Made some extremely key plays in the Ohio State game. That Cade Stover play was absurd. I mean, it was so. If he didn't hit exactly in that spot at exactly that time, Cade Stover's gonna catch that ball.
Yeah, and playing the nickel corner, that's a tough spot, man. Especially when you don't have all the reps coming over as a wide receiver. I know some of it can help because you know what a slot guy is going to do, but you actually have to go over there and now do everything as a DB. You think about so much of the experience that it takes to be able to play that position and to come in and have the kind of season that he had. No bigger play than the one against Stover. That was great.